Target on your back, or do you feel a wind beneath your sails pushing you towards leadership?
I feel both. I have received damning calls. I have been threatened both online and physically, both by police officers and by unidentified people. And that has not stopped me, because we must continue fighting. And someone said, if you do not have enemies, then probably you're doing nothing with your life. As to the other aspect, yes, this limelight and this entire push for better governance has propelled most of us to the eyes of the public. And probably it has strengthened our resolve to lead, because the resolve has been there. I have been a leader before the Gen Z movement came up, and this has not broken anything in me. I am still as resolved as I was before 2024. And I'm still pushing to lead from the position that I will aspire to lead from.
But as a leader, are you prepared for what would come? Like you said, there's a dichotomy here. There's two things that will come to you. Some of you are being hit by the butts of a gun. Others are being hit by checks and dollars, to compromise you. Are you ready for that sort of challenge?
I know it's going to be tricky heading forward, because one, the state is ready to sponsor goons to infiltrate our campaigns, because we are going to get to campaigns. That is going to happen. That is exactly what the YK92 group was tasked with by President Daniel Arap Moi. And one of the members of YK92 is the president today. So what do you expect? We are looking at a bleak future, but we cannot despair, because we are the majority. I also know that more youths will be approached, more will be co-opted into government, and more will be co-opted into the current cannibalistic political parties that we have. Kasmuel is not the last. He is just the first. There are more that have been poached to this very day, and they will poach more. And we should also be prepared to deal with propaganda, because I don't think most of the activists are ready for politics, because that's a different bandwidth altogether. There is a lot of propaganda that is going to be pushed to us.
Why do you think they're not ready?
Because they have not experienced propaganda before. The same thing the opposition was doing to William Ruto when he was the deputy president. I'm not saying he was a saint, but in politics, propaganda is the idea of the day. It is what sells. And they are going to push propaganda to almost every other youth who's going to vie. They will get something to pin you down with. And probably they are skimming on the kind of propaganda they are going to push against Maraga and against Omtata. That is going to happen. If you are a popular candidate for whichever position you're vying for in 2027, please ready yourself for propaganda. And probably you should, as of now, try and figure out how you will counter this propaganda, because that is coming. The other thing that is going to be our biggest blockade getting to 2027 is the Harambee thing. You see, William Ruto and his government put a halt to the Harambees. But we need to crowdfund getting to 2027 to raise money for campaigns and for rallies and so on. And probably the government is already thinking of how to curb this, of how to stop this. Because listening to Maraga saying that he has 2 million shillings that is willing to stake for the presidency, and he needs to raise the rest of the money from Kenyans, don't you think for a moment that William Ruto is happy with this narrative? That he's sitting pretty and comfortable that Maraga is going to be a people's president, or Omtata for that matter, funded by the people and endorsed by the people. They are already scheming on how to cut our legs getting to 2027, so that we remain fundless, and in a way that we would be unable to organize even logistically to move from one location to the other.
All right, okay, that's an interesting point. We'll come to you in a moment, but you had a burning point. Is it about the